So before you can change steering, you have to take the old steering off. And so I have started. I've pulled the pin out of here. It was just a screw that goes down through right there. No nut on the bottom because it fits so snug it didn't need one. So you got that. And I pulled the steering column cover off. That's just a piece of plumbing chrome tubing. Needs to be cleaned. It's getting a little bit crusty. I might even replace it. I think I have another one, but that's not what we're doing at the moment. So I have sprayed some penetrating oil down in here in that hole. And I'm pulling the pitman arm shaft off. And how I'm doing that is I keep turning the steering wheel back and forth, which you can't see me doing. See that? I'm pulling that, and as I do that, it allows me to pull out on the pitman arm and the drag link. And it's just about there. And it's going to pop off any second now, like that. There. So you know how we always complain about engineers and making things so that they're hard to get apart? Well, I engineered this, and I can't get the last bolt that's down in this carrier bearing because it's underneath the steering box. Okay, I finally managed to get that bolt out on the other side. I'm going to put a Allen bolt in it when I put it back together if we use this setup again. Let's get this out of here. There we go. I'm going to take it right over onto the workbench, put it in the vise. So you could see what kind of condition this unit was in when we started. This was the drive shaft to the auger gearbox. You can see it's pretty well pitted. And even here on the auger shafts, they were pretty pitted, and I had to cut the augers off. They were totally frozen on, and I cleaned these and put a coat of paint on them to preserve them a little bit. So yep, and this piece here got welded on. It's the quick release spud for my steering wheel, and this piece here was one that I found, and it fit both shafts. So it fit into this old one, and it fit into this new piece. I think this is 3/4 of an inch. So I'm not sure exactly where I got this from, but you could see this hole here. That just allows me to run a sheet metal screw through my chrome collar, and it doesn't screw into here. That just holds it from sliding up and down, and it's a snug fit anyway. So let me get my tools appropriately out, and we will take this puppy apart, starting with getting this off. Hold on to your hats. Okay, got my puller on here, and I got it started without you. And while it's snug on there, it's sliding off quite nicely, which I'm very glad for, because when we take this apart, we have to slide this side of the box up over this shaft. There we go. It was worth. Now, if you watch my hand, you'll see how much I can turn this without the box moving. If I turn it like that, the box moves, which indicates that the shaft itself is moving. But there's a lot of play in that steering box. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, and I can see that my grease seals were leaking. This does not have grease in it anymore. I think I put STP in this, but we'll see. So hold on to your hats, and I'll get my wrench out here and we'll take these apart. And I probably used silicone on this when I put it together, which I did. So it's going to take a little bit to get it off. Okay, now I'm going to bring it in a little bit closer. And I'm going to raise you up a little bit higher. Don't get, oh, easy, easy, easy. Whoa. Okay. There you have it. All right now. Be calm, be cool. Looks like maybe I need to do a little bit of sanding on that shaft where the paint is because of the, well, maybe it's because of the paint that's on there. Let me get a scraper and screwdriver will work for a scraper, won't it? Yeah, it preserved the rust all right. What amazes me is that the part that was inside the carrier bearing didn't rust. And the whole thing was clean the same, because I had totally disassembled this before. Alright, let's pull it up now, see if it'll come. Yeah, it's coming. We'll have to clean it up some more again. Okay. And the gasket's still pretty good. Now here's the deal. Come on down here so you can see what we're doing. We got a bushing on each side, one over here and one over here, and they have each one of these bushings has a I'm gonna pull this right up out of here, maybe. The seal is holding it in place. These bushings have to have a locating nub on each side there. Can you see that one? Maybe I can tip you up. See this nub right here? That locates it to keep the bushing from spinning. You see that? Now, part of that is because this is dropped down now. And gotta get this back up here where it belongs. Well, my memory card got full up on me, wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure where it shut off, but we've made an executive decision that we're not going to go ahead with this snowblower auger anymore to use as our steering box. There's no way for me to be able to make an adjustment. There are no adjustment provisions for this setup. So what we are going to do is we're going to take all the pieces and parts off of this, and we're going to integrate this steering column. That's what we're going to call it, because it has my quick release on here already. And we'll see what we have to do to adapt it to our formerly electric steering box. And it will now become a manual steering box. And we will modify with some shim or something. We'll make it so that we can put this arbor on here, and this, of course, this will have to be tipped up a whole lot more, and we'll be taking off this bracket here on the side because we don't need it for anything anymore, and we'll make this to work out as our steering box for the Goofy cart, and that'll give us a lot more stability at high speed. And I should make a disclaimer here. I claimed in my last video that I made it up to 55 miles an hour, but I determined after reviewing some of it and a couple of comments from some of my subscribers that actually we were only, I think, about 37 miles an hour. It was 55 kmph. I'm used to seeing kmp. I think that's, or kmh is what is normally on a speedometer when it uses kilometers per hour, not kmph, which was on my cell phone GPS. So we didn't actually go 55 miles per hour, but it was still pretty fast. And if I get this steering straightened out so it's more reliable, then we'll give it another go and see what we can do. And another change that I'm going to be making, excuse me there, Mr. Tripod, a change that I'm going to be making because of the snapping that I'm getting back in here. I have right here, I have this bushing set up because I used to have another whole sprocket in there, and we're going to add that sprocket back in. And I mean, this chain, I tightened it up so it was not bad for the last go around, but it's slopped up again. So we're going to put another sprocket in here and make up the difference. In fact, let me take you right over here on the wall. Don't mind the noise in the background. That's just our smaller air conditioner working. Here's the gear. Already has the shaft on it. Actually, it had two gears on it because they had a second one on the outside on a rectangular, or no, that's sectangular shaft that would slide inside of this. But we're going to take this over and we're going to put this puppy in place. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to your hat. So this sprocket is already set up for this bushing in here, and we'll get it, slide it in and get it lined up, and it'll take up the slack, and I can readjust this tensioner down here and drop it down lower. As you may recall, I now have it adjusted up almost as far as it would go. There's very little bit of adjustment left. So that'll take care of that problem, and I'm hoping because it'll get rid of this longer unsupported section of chain, I won't get that snapping that I was getting. I'm thinking that's where it was coming from. That's what it sounded like anywhere. So we'll get that reinstalled, get it lined up in there, Yeah. Be back in action again before too long. So that's an update on what we're up to on the Goofy Cart. Oh, and yeah, I redid my door, and I have things lined up on the door now so I can actually open it without taking anything off. So I got my pile off the floor. Now I just gotta, well, I had my bench cleaned off, but I made a mess out of it again. Pulling apart steering boxes and whatnot, don't you know? Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, and all them good things. And don't forget, let me know if you're in. Tomorrow night is the big drawing. Don't put it on this video. Go back to the last video where I talked about the drawing and let me know that you're in. That's the video that I'm going to check to see all the comments that let me know that you're into the drawing. And my plan is to do it around 6 o'clock my time, that's Central Time. And as soon as I get the drawing done, I will edit the video and get it posted up. It'll probably be about 7 o'clock before we get it up. Big 9,000 subscriber giveaway. 2 of them, $50 a piece. Join in the fun. And 2 of you guys are going to be blessed with $50. Thanks for watching. Bye now.